Let's talk about Citi Field, the atmosphere here off the field, the fans. Did you guys take notice of the zoo this place became during the postseason last year?
You can tell, these Mets fans, these are truly baseball fans. They get baseball, not like the other side of town where those guys
This man already knows. This man knows.
No, but you can tell. These are the true diehard fans, and they truly, they're going to be with you till the end. So, got to, face against y'all my whole career, and y'all always brought it every time. So we can't wait to, pitch for y'all now.
You can just tell, there's a lot of passion here. People care. That's why, you can just be in New York or across town, you can see it. And then it's attractive. Players want to play with people in the stands and people in the stands that care. And you got it here. And playoff baseball it's special. So yeah, it's fun to watch it in Citi Field when it's rocking.
For a player's standpoint, that's what you play for. You play to see your fans kind of like have your back. To see all the craziness, definitely, I feel like that help you to definitely give you a little adrenaline rush. You get that adrenaline pump a little higher, and that kind of make you take your game to the next level.
So as Keith said, I'm Vito Calisi, that's Jonathan Barron. We host Meet at the Apple, but you guys are here to meet 3 brand new Mets. We just heard their walk-up music for the first time here at Citi Field. Guys, let me be the first one to say welcome to the office. How do you like the place? What do you think so far?
Yeah, it's been good. Obviously great to be here, and can't wait to, we're all new here, but we're excited to become family with y'all, and it's been nothing but great so far.
Yeah, you can feel the excitement here. I think that's why we wanted to come here. I think it's real, and you can feel it. So it's nice to meet you fans for the first time, and man, we're ready to go.
If that's right now, I can't imagine when the season starts, right? So definitely looking forward to that. Looking forward to give you guys some great moments.
Well, it's great to have you guys here, and you guys are now on the right side of the rivalry, because Frankie and Clay.
That's right.
Guys might have played on the wrong side of town, and AJ, the wrong side of the NL East, but now you're on the right side of things, so that's great. And as everyone here can attest, last year was incredibly fun. And I wonder, you guys on the outside, did you see the vibes and all the fun that was going on here at Citi Field? And it kind of make you say, that's a place I might want to be in 2025.
Yeah, for me, especially coming in, free agency, facing the Mets, my whole career, you can see a shift, these past few seasons. Like you said, the camaraderie, the chemistry. I was rooting for y'all in the postseason last year. It was a fun team to watch, and hopefully we keep it going.
Don't let Atlanta hear that.
Doesn't matter now. What about you, Clay?
Yeah, for sure. It's cool to see. When things were a little tough early on. But I think you saw how the team kind of, rallied around, and there was a turning point in their season. And I don't think it was just a coincidence. I think it's because the people here and the connections they have on this team, the camaraderie was real. And, I think just watching on the outside, you're like, man, there's just something about the Mets right now. They're kind of dangerous. But I think it's because, the people that are here and what they were able to create. So, I wanted to be a part of it, and, super pumped to be here.
Well, I still got nightmares about last year, though, because that Game 3 was tough for us. But
I didn't even think about that.
That's in the past, whatever. Sure. And I still think about it, but no. I think when you see a team like that, especially being on the other side, team that doesn't give up a fight. Like we said, you have to literally make 27 outs on this team, or you're gonna pay the price. And I feel like that's why all of us wanted to come here, to be part of that and kind of contribute to the success, that this thing have. And I think we're definitely pumped for that.
So that's the vibe side, but on the actual player side of who you'll be working with, guys like Jeremy Hefner, the pitching lab we've heard so much about, why the Mets? Why did you each think this was the right place for you to go in 2025?
For me, during the whole, free agency process, got on a Zoom call with Mindy, Hef, the strength coach, the medical staff, and the big reason for me, I am coming off an injury, coming off hip surgery, but for them to talk about, the player development, the pitching lab, the resources that y'all have here with the Mets, and that was a big outlier for me. And one of the main reasons why I did come here is because I obviously want to get healthy, but I also want to grow. I want to develop, and I want to continue to be great.
Yeah, for me, I mean, especially making the switch to being a starter, seeing past success with Hef has been it's been pretty cool. I mean, we saw what Sevy was able to do, Sean Manaea. There's a lot of guys that have had success. And it's not by coincidence, I don't think. I mean, there's been detailed steps along the way that have been accomplished. And just talking with the training staff, the pitchers, the resources they have. I've been down to Port St. Lucie. I've thrown it in the lab. They just provide you with everything, and it's very detailed, and they have a plan. And so, just seeing that, kind of how they saw me and the plan that was going to progress was something that was very attractive to me, and I believe in. And man, I'm looking forward to keep taking those steps.
Yeah, I think for me it was pretty much the same thing. I got a chance to talk to Sean and Severino, before I agree with the Mets, and they have nothing but good things to say about Jeremy. So talking to him too over the phone, talking to him about my bullpen sessions and all that, I can definitely tell how much he can help me to take my game to the next level, right, and improve. I feel like all of us looking for the same thing, which is like keep improving, and keep getting better so we can help this team.
And Frankie, you mentioned Sean, and you mentioned Sean in your introductory press conference when you joined the Mets. And you and Sean go way back, and I think we have a photo of the two of you from your days in, there it is. We'll get to your left or right. Look at those mutton chops, man. I mean, what do you think? First of all, what do you think of that look?
That's young Frankie right there, man. That's right. No, man, Sean is the type of guy that, I don't think, it's not a secret. He's one of my best friends in baseball. A guy that I have a lot of respect for, a guy that has helped me a lot through my career, and definitely blessed and happy to be able to play with him again. Like I said, I have a lot of respect for him, and he was literally one of the reasons why I came here. He was one of the guys, I would say, that helped the Mets to make me get a decision quicker, because I called him before, like I said, I even agreed, and like I said, he had nothing but good things to say about this team.
So after you signed with the Mets, are you hitting up Sean saying, come on, man, let's run this back together?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely called him. I was like, all right, man, you just got to come back now, And he was like, oh, I'm thinking about it. I was like, well, you have to, because you're one of the
Frankie,
reasons
right?
why I came here.
Now, Clay, we asked about why New York and this front office and the coaching staff here, and for you, you're going to be making the transition from reliever to starting pitcher this season. So I wonder why, if you take it a step further, why you think the Mets are the right team to help you make that transition to a starter.
Yeah, from talking with them early on, I mean, there was a lot of belief there, and I think something that early on in the process of free agency, I was getting some interest there, and I was like, hey, let's kind of go for this. And for me, just talking with the Mets, they were one of the top teams that not only really expressed believing it, but there were steps that they believe of why I can do it. And I think kind of expanding my arsenal was something that I was going to have to do a little bit regardless. Being in the bullpen, I've relied on my sinker a lot, and it's a great pitch, but I think there's still other ways I can get people out. And kind of them showing that and maybe expanding the arsenal is like, hey, if I'm going to do this, why not give it a go as a starting pitcher? And just seeing kind of what the Mets had to offer, not just from the starting standpoint, but just the people were here. I felt comfortable. I felt safe. I love New York, and it just felt right. So I'm excited to take the challenge on, and I think there's a lot of good things ahead.
So this is the first amazing day we've done here at Citi Field, and it's a unique chance because this is the first time a lot of you guys have gotten a chance to meet each other. And one of those guys here today is Francisco Alvarez. Have you gotten a chance to talk to the guy you're going to be throwing to this year?
Yeah, I mean, I've had a few conversations with him already, and I think you can see watching him. He plays with his heart. He plays with his emotions, and he's in it. And you can feel that just meeting him for the first time. I mean, he's already asking about setting up and things I like. And you can just tell, like, he's just deeply involved. And that's kind of the word I got before I even signed. He's working out in Atlanta right now, and I've thrown some bullpens there. And so I kind of know some crossover, and it's like, man, this guy, he cares a lot. And, man, just meeting him for the first time, you can feel it. So I'm pumped, to get to work with a catcher like that. And, he's a special guy. So, got to meet him today and looking forward to working with him.
Yeah, you can tell he's passionate. You can tell when a catcher wants, your pitchers do good. I mean, that's what makes it special. And obviously, it's what spring training is for. Go down there, work with him, get used to each other, pitch calling, setups. But today it's just getting to know the guys and the camaraderie and start building that. And looking forward to another special year.
Yeah, he hit me up like a week ago on Instagram, and yeah.
Slid into the DMs.
I was like, yeah, he's not in my DMs, bro. Or I was like, oh, Francisco Alvarez, okay. And he was like, hey, what's going on, man? How's it feel? How's the arm feeling? And I was like, hey, what's going on, bro? Feels good. He was like, man, I cannot wait to catch you. He was like, I cannot wait to catch you. I cannot wait to meet you. I think we can do great things together. We're gonna pitch some good games. So definitely, like they say, he's a passionate guy, and I'm looking forward to throw with him.
Now, Clay, I'm a bit of a baseball nerd, so I was watching some 2021 Pittsburgh Pirates footage, and I came across an image of a really good right-handed pitcher, beard, long hair, flowing locks. It's right over there, actually. And yeah, I mean, he came clean-shaven today, so it actually worked really well. Your previous employer would not stand for such a thing. Are we thinking about growing the beard out and letting the locks fly again?
I don't know. What do you guys think? Yeah? Wow, it seems like they want it. But yeah, I think it might be something we kind of let go and see what happens. I'm not opposed to it.
I love that.
We have another video we want to play for you guys right now. I'm going to say 3 words. Get Minter up. If you know, you know. If you don't, here is a video we're going to watch together.
Get Minter up and moving around.
Say that again?
Get Minter up and moving around.
Minter?
Minter.
Minter's in the dugout.
Well, get him down there.
So Clay doesn't know about this.
My heart's starting to beat already right now.
All right, so a little bit of backstory. Went to Texas A&M in college, and I didn't know anything about this video until it got posted out. And this was a year after I got drafted. So this video, sure enough, when the video, went viral, the people that posted the video reached out to me, and so I talked to them a little bit, and he played baseball at a small junior college in Oklahoma. They came down to our stadium and played a game, and he was in the bullpen, and he decides to call his cell phone from the bullpen phone. That way he had the number saved. And so he waited a whole year later, and I was a relief pitcher my freshman and sophomore year. My junior year, I transferred into a starting pitcher. So sure enough, this guy did call the bullpen, and he looked on the stats and saw where my name, came up. I had the most relief appearances, but he didn't know I was a starting pitcher. So when he called, the bullpen coach answered the phone, and he said, hey, get Minter up, moving around. And he was like, Minter? Minter's in the dugout. I'm a starting pitcher. And so I did talk to the bullpen coach about it, and I was like, hey, do you remember this happening? And he's like, yeah, I thought it was someone in the dugout just messing around. And so he didn't think anything of it. So the whole but part of this is it wasn't actually me going down to the bullpen and warming up. It was someone else. But the guys making the video, they thought it was me. It's like, oh, we did it, it worked. And so there's a little bit of truth and a little bit of, not so much. But
Do people know that, or did you just spoil the fun for the internet?
I try to tell people all the time, but every year that video makes, resurfaces and makes its rounds on social media. So I get asked this question probably more than anything, and people always say, get Minter up moving around. So
I was going to ask if a day goes by that you don't hear about that.
not much.
Well, throughout your career, managers have often wanted to get you up because you've been locked down, and locked down in big situations. There's a stat called leverage index. We're going to get a little nerdy here. And it pretty much measures the amount of times you pitch in a situation where the game is quote-unquote on the line. And since the start of 2020, no lefty pitcher in Major League Baseball has a higher leverage index than A.J. Minter. And A.J. Minter has been exceptional in these high leverage situations. So I ask you, AJ, what makes you so good in these pressure spots?
I feel like most of the time I was always coming in against the Mets in close games. And, I didn't mean that in a negative way by any means. But, I don't know. Any competitor, wants to be, in the ball game when the game's on the line. Put me in the game when the best three hitters are up at the plate. I'm going to come in and get them out, no matter the spot, the fifth inning, the eighth inning, the ninth inning. So, you live in those situations as a competitor. It brings the best out of you, and hopefully I can continue to do so.
All right, let's talk about Citi Field, the atmosphere here off the field, the fans.
Best fans in the world, baby.
Did you guys take notice of the zoo this place became during the postseason last year?
Yeah, it's crazy. You can just tell, there's a lot of passion here. There's, people care. That's why, you can just be in New York or across town, you can see it. And then it's attractive. Players want to play with, people in the stands and people in the stands that care. And, you got it here. And playoff baseball it's special. So, yeah, it's fun to watch it in Citi Field when it's rocking.
For a player's standpoint, I feel like that's what you play for. You play to see your fans kind of like have your back, and to see all the craziness, definitely, I feel like that help you to definitely give you a little adrenaline rush, you get that adrenaline pump a little higher, and that kind of make you take your game to the next level.
You can tell, these Mets fans, these are truly baseball fans. They get baseball, not like the other side of town where those guys
This man already knows. This man knows.
No, but you can tell. These are the true diehard fans, and they're going to be with you till the end. So got to face against y'all my whole career, and y'all always brought it every time. So we can't wait to pitch for y'all now.
And I want to use this chance to kind of express to fans, because we got a chance to talk to a lot of players last year, and they were telling us, Carlos Mendoza was telling us, guys in the rotation were telling us, that when the fans interact with the game, when that light show hits, when you hear stand clear of the closing doors and you see the fireflies everywhere, that actually does make an impact. It gives you an adrenaline boost, right?
Especially for me as a reliever, I feed off adrenaline. I feed off emotion. So when I come in the baseball game, I want to feel that hype and the energy. And, us baseball players, we perform better whenever we do, experience that. So I know y'all might not believe it, but y'all are a very important part of what we do.
This guy knows how to work a crowd.
Yeah. Yeah, it's real. I think, especially being down in the bullpen, when the stadium's full of energy, probably the game that, even including playoff games, one of the games that's been probably the most incredible game was the Subway Series in 2021 when we played here. That's a game I'll never forget because you can just feel a different energy. And being in the bullpen, there's the games where, you're trying to chill for the first 5 innings. I mean, you're trying to like not worry about the game. Those games, there's no not worrying about the game. You feel it. You're into it for all 9 innings, and it's just different. And I think it affects you in a way where it brings the best out of you.
Yeah, I mean, I really believe that fans are definitely part of the game. Like I don't think you guys know how much you guys help us to like get better and like take our game to like the next level. Like I said, like for example, like if I'm on the 7th inning and I have a guy 2 outs and I got him in third, and I have him with 2 strikes, and you guys get up and start like pumping me up, like I'm definitely getting that strikeout for you guys. I want you guys to go crazy.
That makes me feel like we should give Frankie, Clay, and AJ their first Let's Go Mets chant right here, right now. You guys with me? Here we go. Let's go Mets! Let's go Mets! Let's go Mets!
Let's go Mets! Let's go Mets!
I love it.
That's what it's all about. So since this is a panel, getting to know some new guys, we'd love to learn about you guys off the field. What do you like to do in your free time? Is it video games, hunting, fishing, going to the beach? What do you guys do when you hang out?
For me, from Texas, so obviously in the off season, it's hunting season. So it works out for us baseball players where we get to go hunting and during the winter and during the season, and even the off season, love to play golf. Heard a lot of guys on the team like to play golf, so that's important to me. And but I haven't gotten into video games. I did buy a PlayStation the other day, and I was trying to play Call of Duty, and there's no way I can keep up with all
Those
the
10-year-olds, man. They are.
I feel you, bro.
So, yeah, it's really about it. Just hunting, fishing, and playing golf for me.
What about you, Clay?
Yeah, I'm the same way. I can't really do video games. I'll try it probably once every 3 years and get smoked, and I'm like, all right, this is too much for me. But yeah, I like to golf, do some golfing. I like to do hiking. I'll take a camera with me when I'm doing some hiking. But yeah, it's a lot of that, golf, some hiking. I try to do a little hunting, with some guys, a little hunting trip maybe every now and then. But yeah.
For me, I like to cook a lot. I love to cook. I love to grill.
What do you cook?
Anything you want, pretty much.
I'm going to take him up on
I'm
this.
not
in
even
spring training.
kidding. I'm not even kidding, and that's a fact. Like, you guys can ask Sean. I might be the best cooker on the team. Like, I'm not even kidding.
So I got to tell you, your battery mate, Francisco Alvarez, he makes a mean lasagna from what I hear. I haven't had it myself.
He probably
rumor.
didn't make that. That's probably his girl. He didn't make that. I can probably, and I strongly, highly stand on that. I'm probably the best cooker in the team. And
Sounds like content to me. We got Trisha Donlin, our head of social media. She's hearing this. She's like, yeah, making it with Montas in the kitchen, baby.
Yeah, but besides that, like every player that has kids, just trying to be a full-time dad, during the off season. Still trying to train, but just trying to spend time with my kids as much as I can.
So, last year we spoke to Sevy. He told us he liked Dragon Ball Z. We gave him Kamehamehas after every strikeout. Sean Manaea showed us a Doodle Bob SpongeBob tattoo. We threw Doodle Bob up on there in the board when he got strikeouts. Can we throw a cooking thing on there for strikeouts for you? We come up with it?
Please.
So we'll put a little apron over you.
Please. Especially if I'm cooking on that game. Please.
Chef's cook. Let Chef cook.
Let Chef cook.
Let me cook, baby.
So I think this could be something we do in spring training, which is right around the corner. February is right here. Super Bowl coming up. The next day, pitchers and catchers, you guys will be there. How excited are you to get down to Port St. Lucie and officially become New York Mets and start to get to work for this 2025 season?
Yes, for me, pretty familiar with Florida spring training, and haven't been to Port St. Lucie yet, so I haven't seen the facility.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I haven't seen the facility. Just get down there, and like we were saying earlier, with the pitching lab, the resources. That's what I'm super excited about, and getting to know the guys and hang out and get to know each other, because it is a long season, and what's gonna push us forward to the goal where we want to reach is the World Series, and That starts in spring training. So it's a very important time for us to get down there and just to get to know the guys.
Yeah, I went down probably about 10 days ago. So I went down to Port St. Lucie 10 days ago to kind of just continue this progression. I'll probably start throwing the hitters a little early just to kind of extend the the build up a little bit. So I've been down there, kind of getting my feet wet and getting comfortable, and it's been great. Love the area. The facilities are great. Like I said, I threw in the lab they got built. It's brand new down there, and man, yeah, everything you need's right there. So I'm pumped for the guys to start showing up, and man, it's a special feeling when the team starts showing up for the first time, and just that energy and buzz, man. It's what we as ball players live for. So it's right here around the corner, and man, couldn't be more ready for it.
Yeah, for me, definitely looking forward to know the guys. The guys that you're pretty much going to be spending most of the year. The guys who become your brothers, and putting that jersey on, and definitely looking forward to see all the resources they have in there. See how far I can take my game. See how much they can help me to improve my game, and just pump for the season too, so I can get some outs.
So another person we want to definitely talk about right now is Carlos Mendoza, who, in our books, manager of the year last year.
Absolutely.
Carlos Mendoza. Some of you a little familiar with him already. Some of you just meeting him for the first time. What are your general impressions of him? Have you gotten to know Carlos a little so far?
Yeah, he got to talk to him on the Zoom call, and you can tell from the other side, he's a player's coach. He truly wants the best for his players. He knows how hard this game is, and that's important for a manager to realize that. And you can just feel, he just loves, all of us. And I think just the biggest part for being on the other side is like, man, like I want to experience that. And that's what he brought last year. And you could see, I think that's kind of what, the Mets have been missing. What Mendy brought last year was truly special. And I think you saw it on the field. And we're ready for another exciting year.
Yeah, Mendy, he's a guy, that's been around the game a while and knows the game, but I think what makes him special is how he's able to connect to players. It's a tough job, and what they have to do and all the things they have to balance, but he never loses focus of the player and what the player needs. It's really easy to do in a job he has and all the people and all the things he has to balance, but man, you feel it as a player. And I saw him, caught up with him for the first time down at Port St. Lucie a couple of days ago, and it was like we hadn't left each other for a year. So, man, I love Mendy. He's on top of things. He's very disciplined, structured, and he knows baseball. And I think he's a player that guys love playing for, and you saw it here last year.
Yeah, definitely, dude. He knows how to prepare for a game. He knows how to manage his players. Dude, that he really cares about the game. And a guy that I feel like you can go and talk to him about anything, not even if it's not baseball related. He's gonna listen to you because he actually cares about you and your feelings. So definitely pumped for play for Mendoza again.
Well, once again, everybody, I'm Jonathan Barron. That's Vito Calisi. We are the hosts of Meet at the Apple, the official podcast of the New York Mets. We'll be headed down to spring training in a few weeks. We will be shooting some content with these guys for sure, and we will be seeing these guys record some outs on the Citi Field mound in not too long. AJ, Clay, Frankie, thank you so much for taking time. Give these gentlemen a round of applause, everybody.
Let's go, Mets!